Assigning a class member function to std, function void, void asterisk, in C++. Introduction. When working with callbacks or generic tasks in C++, you might want to pass a class member function as a std, function void, void asterisk. However, member functions require an instance to operate on, which complicates direct assignment. This post explains how to do this cleanly without unnecessary lambda captures. The problem. You have a std, function void, void asterisk, task interface, and a class with a member function. You want to assign task callback to a task variable, then call it later with the object context. A common but imperfect approaches. This lambda captures this by reference implicitly and also receives the context pointer explicitly, redundancy that can be confusing. Why avoid capturing context twice? The lambda capture and/or smiley face includes this implicitly from the member scope. The context pointer is passed as a parameter. Capturing both is duplication. Your callback ends up with both an internal reference and an explicit context pointer. Clean solutions. 1. Use a lambda with no capture, relying solely on the context. If the context is guaranteed to be a pointer to your object, you can cast it inside the lambda and invoke your member function. No captures required. The lambda calls the member function through the passed context pointer. 2. Capture this and ignore the explicit context. If the context parameter is not crucial, capture the instance and ignore the pointer. The lambda captures this explicitly. The context parameter is unused. 3. Make task callback a static member function. You can also make the callback static to force reliance on the explicit context pointer. This works directly if your system supports binding member function pointers of the signature. Key insights. You cannot call a non-static member function without an instance. The lambda capture is about what variables from the outside scope are available to the lambda. The lambda parameter is independent and does not count as a capture. Avoid redundant information, either capture this or use the explicit context, not both. Summary. To assign a class member function to std, function void, void asterisk. Use a capture-less lambda, casting the context pointer to the correct class and invoking the member. Or, capture this, ignoring the context parameter, if you don't need it. Consider making the member function static to use direct function pointers. This approach reduces confusion and improves clarity in your callback/task system. Example final code snippet. This minimal and explicit usage avoids unwanted captures and clarifies your callback design.